Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto this like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. Alright, it's going to be a quick show through the spirit, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. I was looking for something to do. I sent it out, but I didn't really think about it till now. And this video, if any, brothers out there, you want to watch a good watch of certain context, sometimes it's got to be on point. Sometimes it's kind of far-fetched, but he has like a kind of mindset, industry hoax revealed. Well, it used to be industry hoax exposed, but I guess he got a new channel. And the famous subject matter, the famous subject matter of child support, which we all know, either you've been in it, or either you've been in the system, or you know somebody that's in the system. It's common. It's common in Jake. And we already know the unrighteous decrees that Esau has set up against mainly Jake, and that's why he was getting at this. And when you watch things of this nature, if we're not those people, I don't know who is, because this all affects us. It always affected us. All right, every laws that's written in the the Constitution, amendments, and any other laws that Esau writes is truly against us, because it's about destroying us. It's about destroying our people as a whole. And people quite don't understand that, because of the simple fact is, they ignorant, they foolish, they're stupid. But one of the main things that came into mind, which I'm not gonna make this a long show anyway, one of the main things came to mind is Isaiah, the first chapter. Also, one of the main things was Deuteronomy 28th chapter, because when we read the Deuteronomy 28th chapter, people we know that the Most High is the one that's orchestrated all these things against us, but people act like it's just everything's spiritual. We know that for a fact, but everything that's spiritual, the spiritual attacks that was against blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, was it just spiritual? The spiritual spewed into the physical. This is why we in the condition that we are in, because the conditions that's surrounding us is the conditions of being prey upon these other nations. There's another video circulating about in the Arab world, how Jake is being blackface and shamed and all that, which that's part of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. All right, but the key things is that the Lord used nations to invoke those curses on us. In other words, he used the nations to enforce those curses that was written. And when you tell Jake about the curses, they'll look at you like you got three heads. Like what you mean? They don't understand, and they don't understand the fact that everything that is designed, it was designed to keep us down. All right, those are the main things about the curses, and the Lord uses men, all right, nations on earth to enforce those curses. That's why it says in Psalms, was it 13 and 17? Let me get that real quick if I get this. Psalms 13. Oh no, I'm sorry, 17:13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So the Lord used men on earth, and I mean by men, because let's face it, regardless if Esau's trying to turn things upside down, men are always the head of every nation, okay? And whatever the men do, the women do also. That's why you have Shedemites, the brothers will call them, and the Shedemites will do what? They will also enforce those curses, and that's what it is. It's just enforcements. All right, because all these enforcements that was displayed on us is quite evident. Is quite evident. Okay, the whole welfare system, the whole entire child support system, it was a strategic attack towards the nation of Israel. Point blank, period. And the Lord used men, all right, the worst of the worst men, the lowest of the low men on the planet Earth, the basis of men, to enforce that. And it says, from men which are thine hand. So just like the Lord told, was it in Daniel's? Yeah, Daniel's, that Nebuchadnezzar, no, it was Jeremiah. He called Nebuchadnezzar his servant. All men, regardless of their status or their whatever nations they all work for the Lord. Now, depending on the position that they have, okay, and the only people that's on the right side of the hand of the Lord is the nation of Israel. And that's the story. That is the whatchamacallit, the underlining story of what people don't quite understand. Okay, and that's gonna be manifest in the near future. So the Lord uses Esau to enforce these things on us, so that it's not just, we always like, Jake always like to blame the other side. Men will blame the women will blame the men. They'll do all these things and not understanding that your true enemy is the one that's really allowing that to happen. The reason why the houses are broken up, okay, of course it's because of the differences and because of the wickedness, but the main thing is the women allowed Satan to get involved. All these relationships that was prior to this, yes, they brought many generations. However, those relationships was always rocky because the people that was involved of these relationships, it was rocky. All right, because they didn't trust in the Lord. They always had the second party in their relationship, whereas the relationship is supposed to be what? Between a man and a woman and the Most High. But when you allow the states to get involved, what ended up happening? Things of this nature. All right, and they used, a lot of course, they used witchcraft to break up the family homes. They used the devices against our people. So all these devices that they use against the people of the Lord, do you not think the Lord's going to do that to them? It says, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly is filled with thine hand, with thine hand, that hid treasure. They are full of the children, and leave the rest of the substance to babes. So people that's involved with this world, that established this world is not made for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the way the status that Jake is not made for you. This society is not tailor-made for us to succeed. This society is tailor-made for us to be destroyed. And as soon as you understand that, the better your life will be. But it will not get no better because we're at the end of it. And that the end of this society is the best interest for us as a people. All right? The end of this world, the end of Esau's power, the end of Esau's rulership is the best solution to our problem. All right? There's no in-betweens, no gray areas. They gotta fall and we have to come up. That's the bottom line. Next, well, I'm just going with the spirit because I had one thing in mind, but Isaiah 1 and 2 says, hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken and have nourished and brought up children. they have rebelled against me, and that's our people, because our people rebel. The consequences and repercussions of rebellion, of breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of our Heavenly Father was dire. It's dire to us, man. And people don't understand that. They don't understand that we fucked up as a nation. Okay? We truly fucked up as a nation. And this is the consequences of the repercussions, and we have generations of cursed people. All right? It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know. My people do not consider. And they don't consider the fact that all these people that are spoken of have something against us, to the point that they want to literally destroy us. It's simple mathematics, man. If all nations under the heaven, and everywhere you go, you oppress as a people because the way you look or where you from, that just tell you something. That these people don't like you, don't care about you. They hate your guts. They want to put you to death. But our people don't consider these things. All right? They don't consider that the Lord did this. He allowed this to us, showing that without Him, we won't have no protection. Without Him, we won't be a nation. Without Him, we're nothing. All right? It says, "Oh, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that have corrupted, that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, that provoked the Holy Ones of Israel unto anger. They are gone all way backwards." So we are backwards ass people. Why should you be stricken anymore? And that was a key one I wanted to bring out. The stricken. And that's one of the main things about being stricken. Being stripped of your children against your will, that's stricken, man. That destroys a man's mind. And the suicidal rate of men is high because of child support, welfare, and all this other shit. They don't give a damn about a man in poverty. There's no cry. When a man cries, he cries in silence. All right? Nobody cares. As soon as a man cries, the world telling me, oh, quit crying, stop being a bitch. Because this whole system is designed to destroy us as a people, mainly men. All right, the men of Israel. So the Lord has stricken us. He's smiting us. He's beating us. Because for what? To get considered. Only the people that's going to consider it is the elected nation of Israel. It said, "You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint." So from the tribe of Judah, which is the head tribe, on to Issachar, all 12 tribes is sick. All right? They sick in the head. They sick. That's why nothing works, because Jake do not want to go back. And that's why there's always a remnant that's going to be saved. Not the whole nation. All right? The remnant. That's what it's all about. But to see that we all came from the same thing, and only a few of us, through the Spirit of the Lord, can go through without the spiritual, psychological things that the world's really put upon us. Because we all have the same story. We all from poverty. We all lost identity, all this other stuff. But only a few of us can handle the pressure. That shows you that the Lord really, really have dealt with the elect, and make sure the elect was cultivated, especially in these latter times. And that's why we gotta shed the things of the world. All right? Because the things of the world really, literally has grinded us, has really affected us. But we have to know how to grow from those things. And that's makes us different from the rest. So like I said, it's not gonna be long. I just want to hit a couple points. I'm about to prepare to go to camp. But yeah, just watch the video and you could clearly tell and see. But it's just no secret. It's not. You don't even have to do a deep dark documentary to know why it happened and who it happened to understand that. But to see that the common thing that Jake always have to deal with, we are those people that the scriptures are talking about. All right, we are those people. All right. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation. Shalom.